Hello and welcome to Be Powerful with Liz and Lee. It's a new day and we're so glad you're here.
So you can expect to hear candid conversations on what it means to be powerful. Live authentically, live in the midst of ups and downs, productively, and above all else, joyfully.
We are so thankful for you, our community of listeners, and we hope you enjoy today's show. Hi, everybody. Hi, Liz.
Hi, Lee.
Hi.
Happy Christmas.
Holidays, all
Are
the
here.
things. Yeah,
Yeah.
you look festive.
I feel it. I'm ready. It's the week before the week.
The week before the week.
Yeah.
Ooh.
The week before the week. Are we all ready?
Yes. No, don't ask that question. Ugh, that just makes everybody go,
Nah. I think
Nah.
it's overrated. It's overrated anyway.
What?
Christmas is overrated. We know that.
No.
Yeah, it is. Everybody gets all jacked up and then they get all disappointed. So, we might as well just enjoy it.
Happy holidays from us
Yeah.
to you.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. I'm having fun.
Okay, good. No,
Yeah.
we're great. This is the
have an itch.
last Thursday new podcast
Yes.
of the year, if that makes sense. So
Mhm.
the next couple weeks through the end of the month and the year will be redos of some of our favorites. So
Yeah.
listen
Well,
up, get
yeah.
caught up, and
Yeah.
enjoy.
Yeah, it's called reruns. We're going to do 3 reruns.
Reruns.
We're going to rerun you like our top 3 favorite podcasts.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you're going to let us know what you think. And by the way, just in case you're not following us on YouTube, I'm going to plug us. We are doing pretty good. We want to get some
Yeah.
more viewers and subscribers on YouTube too, because I'm not sure why you would want to watch this, but I mean, I'm festive. I'm in red today,
Right.
You feel
look great.
festive.
Sure.
So anyway,
Watch away.
it's just cool. We're enjoying doing this podcast.
Yes. No.
And we're going to enjoy our 3 hour
Weeks
I
off
started
of
to say our
recording.
3 hour break, but that's what it feels like right now, our 3 week break.
Yeah. No, that's good. It's been a good, fun year. We've had some great interviews, some
Mhm.
fun topics, some
Mhm.
tier topics, some wild topics, and all across the board. And it's been fun. I enjoy this, but I do really appreciate, we do really appreciate everybody's support of it in any way, shape, and form. If
Yes.
you send us a note and enjoy a certain topic or continue to follow us and just, I don't know.
Just talk. It's always I mean, I don't know why I'm always shocked, but people come up to me that I don't know when they go, "We listen to your podcast. We feel like we know you," and I'm like, "Oh, that really makes me feel good.
does.
It really does. It's not creepy, by the way. Continue to do that. I like that a lot.
Just don't talk to her about her feet.
Yeah, don't talk to me. And speaking of some of the fun podcasts we've had, thank you, Brooke Hall, for dropping off the 6-pack of Stella and the Golden Rose.
To recap, Brooke Hall was on the podcast when y'all did the discussion about the Golden Bachelor, which was hilarious.
Which, of course, I was right. I was right,
We
right?
know.
Yeah.
Teresa stole his heart. And you
Day
won the
one.
bet.
Day one. And I don't even like the show, as we all recall. If you hadn't heard that one, that is a funny podcast.
It's really good.
And it's also, I'm making a point on this podcast about how ridiculous some of the reality TV we have is, which is everything but reality. So, and you could nail who was going to win that the first outing, and I got it. It was Teresa.
So you won the bet.
Brooke is upset. Though.
You and Brooke had a
She is
bet.
not happy, and she's like, "We got a rematch."
I don't think she really cares because y'all lost steam on it.
First of all, she didn't like Teresa.
Anyway, we don't have to get into a like or dislike about these poor women who are just trying their best to
I love you,
find
Brooke.
love. But I mean, it kind of lost steam the whole show because y'all were going to kind of do a recap and watch it together.
Well, then we both had events the same night that it was
Right.
on.
But I think that was awesome. She did. She spray painted a rose
Yeah.
gold, and we should keep that forever
I know. We
for
will.
the time.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens with that franchise. But if it continues,
I
y'all,
think it's going to
we'll have
succeed
to
weirdly.
rediscuss.
I know. They found out that guy's actually a jerk, which we all knew that. But anyway,
mean,
we won't
Again,
go off on the Golden
reality
Bachelor.
TV, if
is-
that's helping people find love that's legit and works for them,
But it's not.
fine. Okay.
Mhm.
Good.
Yeah, that's another topic for another podcast.
You're giving it a lot of airtime now.
I know. I just realized that. So there it
Well,
is.
changing to a different
Uh-huh.
artistic topic, we've been watching a few good shows lately. We had a big one last night.
Yeah. What was the name of that with Julia Roberts? And,
Pretty sure it's Leave the World Behind on Netflix.
Yeah.
A movie, not a
Mm.
show, a straight up movie, which
Yes.
is nice to see
Yes.
A movie from home.
And actually, it's really good. It's really good. It's pretty terrifying, actually. Not terrifying in the, oh my gosh, who's behind the doorway, but then the, oh my gosh, this could really happen way. And the, oh my gosh, is it already happening way.
Yeah,
So
that's a little weird.
that was weird and scary. It made me rethink a few things in my life.
Like what?
Like my freaking bank account.
Right. Just protecting yourself. From, I mean, so the premise is a cyber attack.
Oh, yeah.
And,
it's scary.
the world goes under, and it's just, I do
only
get a
thing
little
left is-
freaked out when movies are insanely
Close to home.
haven't happened yet, but sort of happening and seemingly accurate. It's like, oh goodness, we need to pay attention.
Yeah. So anyway, holiday, you got to have some good movies. Maybe not the scary ones, but there's some good ones.
That was good. I'm looking for a new book recommendation.
Ooh.
I can't tell what kind of mood I am in for what kind of book I want to read. I just want it to be good.
Everyone you've given me has been unbelievable.
You've enjoyed?
Yes.
Yeah.
You guys, you think about how far you've come with your book reviews.
No, I haven't done book reviews.
No, you
just
went
reading.
A year ago or 2 years ago, you were like, my goal is to read a book a month.
Yeah.
Now you're reading one like a week or something.
No, wrong. You're so dramatic and exaggerative. I've not close to read a book.
You read a lot. I'm impressed.
I mean, a book a month?
Okay, whatever. That's very good.
Thank you very much. I'll take it.
Yeah, very good. You went from 0 to 60. That's all I'm saying.
12.
Yeah.
But anyway, if you have a good book recommendation, hit me with it. Any that you
because you have all this time on your hand. That's good.
I don't know about that, but what have you read that you've
Nothing.
enjoyed so
Everything
much?
you keep throwing at me. The one that I'm reading right now that you gave me is Hello Beautiful. Oh my gosh.
You like that?
Love it.
So good.
Read that. It's really good. And then all the lessons in chemistry book you gave me and all. I just get your hand-me-downs now because I tend to not read. I read nonfiction. You read fiction and I love fiction. I don't know why I haven't been reading it. It's just that my brain is always trying to absorb new ideas and ways to run businesses and ways to think and ways to make time, work flow different. And I've had some great books like the 10X book and, those kind of things. But I really am enjoying your fiction. I mean, we need that break. And first of all, I think the smartest people in the world really do read beautiful fiction. I used to read historical fiction, just lap it up, just like loved it. And for some reason I got out of that habit, and that's a habit to go back into.
A break from a genre or topic, depending on whatever is going on in your life. And so when I do pick up a book, it tends to be on the lighter general fiction side of things. Yeah. But I am going to go to the bookstore after this and grab a book.
Oh, I like that. The real book.
I know, because there were two on Amazon, the editor's top picks of 2023. I think the Heaven and Earth grocery store and the Berry Pickers.
Oh, I know what we're going to get.
What?
Okay. Yes. Glad you're going to get that.
What do we have to get at Black Hawk?
But well, if they've got, hey, by the way, Black Hawk idea
sponsor
here.
Her.
Why not? Yeah. First of all, we want you to sponsor us because I am your number one fan. I know that you think other people are, but I come there just because you guys are so friendly. And I love, you find that place that's warm and cozy, that's your place. That's my place. Now, I might not be your biggest spender, but I'm the biggest spender on bullshit that I don't need. Okay. So I get stuff that I don't know. I think, well, one day I might redo the window shield, whatever they're called, window panes or something. I don't even know what my house is made out of. But I buy stuff that I don't need. I was just so I can walk in there. But now this has nothing to do with Black Hawk, but it does have to do with Christmas.
Okay.
And the holidays. And so we talked about, and I told you the story about Barrington Bunny.
Is it Barrington?
It's Barrington Bunny.
Okay.
I know you want to say Benjamin and all that stuff, but this is a story about Barrington Bunny, sort of a Christian take on Christmas.
Okay.
Christmas is Christian. Who knew? Anywho, but it's about animals, and it's not really talking about Jesus and God. It's talking about animals and how families work. And so far, I'm not really selling this book really well, but really it's one of the most touching stories I have ever read. And the name of the story is Barrington Bunny, and it is in the book called The Way of the Wolf.
Okay. Got it.
So you're not
going to explain it because you're going to cry. You're about to.
No, I'm not going to cry and I'm not going to explain it. But the book itself has a lot of different stories in it.
Okay.
But this one particularly, and I'm going to make our family read it on Christmas Eve. And we're all going to have different chapters to read.
New tradition. I like that.
Yeah.
No, the other day you
Yeah.
explained this story to me, and I'd heard you explain it
so
a while
good.
back, and you did just kind of break
And
it
it's
down
not
and
about
tell me.
Jesus. It's not about any of that. It's about
No, don't tell.
love.
Yeah.
It's about caring. It's about family.
Yeah.
And it's about friends.
Aww.
And it's very sweet.
That's what everything should be about.
Yeah. And so Christmas is a time of joyous gathering of friends and family. And I think it really brings the meaning of Christmas home to all of us, no matter what you are.
That's right.
Right. Whether you're a bunny or you're a squirrel.
Or you're Christian or Jewish.
Yeah, honestly, it's the season. I mean, the light of Hanukkah and Kwanzaa and, all of it. To me, it's a great story for all of it. So
Barrington Bunny.
Yeah.
There it is. Well, in light of being, joyous and filled with the holiday spirit, I'm not getting a Christmas tree this year.
I like that. You've got one right here at my house.
I know.
Yeah. So
yeah, we have one, but just not at the other.
But this is okay. And just in case nobody's ever listened to this podcast, Lee has we call it the children trap house because she's there 2 weeks a month with her kids, and y'all have a big old time there. But you're literally there half of a year, half of a month, and so yeah. There's no reason for that. They can enjoy the tree over here and save your $100.
They've got trees everywhere.
Yeah.
So it's fine. They can
get
go
a tree
outside
here
and look at the trees. They can go wander the Christmas tree lot. They can buy one if they want, decorate it if they want.
Yeah.
But they pass. They're good.
That's good.
No one felt grinchy.
Well, you've also got older people. Yeah,
right.
Yeah. I mean, the only reason I've got a tree up is really because of grandchildren.
Right. And you got to have somewhere to put the presents.
I
also agreed with them. They asked for a concert a couple months ago. And I said, this will be Christmas.
Yeah.
Because it's a lot and you don't need anything else. And they were like, that's great. Yay. And so that's what we're doing. So it's not like I have all these things to wrap and not put under the tree. And I'm not being a Grinchy. I just want anybody else who's, choosing not to do something that's required to feel
comfortable about it. Yeah.
Make your own fun.
That's the thing about Christmas because we get these expectations rolling so high. And like people are like, oh my God, there's only 2 weeks till Christmas. And I'm like, oh yay, there's 2 weeks till Christmas. But take your expectations down by about 100 because they never reach it. And it's always fun. I mean, to me, the magic of the Christmas Eve, the night before Christmas, is true magic. I don't know why. It feels tingly and crackly
in the air
and expectation. And once it's here, it's sort of like, Christmas, cool. Yeah. I mean,
that's funny.
And like and our opposite of your family, because I have grandchildren, you have teenage children. My ex-husband and I are like almost like in a duel. Who can have the best gift for the grandchildren?
That's funny.
And I was telling you at the basketball game the other day, he was telling me all these great gifts he's getting for them.
Don't spoil it.
I was like, you're doing what? And I like looked at him and like pointed at him like, what? He goes, it's fine. You got this too. I'm like, yeah, but I don't have that. So we had this whole thing.
You're so competitive. It's like bonkers.
Well, I just want to
be loved the most. You want to be the favorite. You want to give the best
to be happy.
And that's okay. That's not wrong. She's giving me a hug if y'all aren't watching. Baby, everybody loves you the most.
No. That is not what I'm trying to do. I just want to make sure that they know I love them the most.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
It's such a fascinating dynamic.
Well,
like parents, grandparents.
I love being a grandparent. God, it's so much more fun.
Parents who are divorced.
Parents who are divorced.
Dynamic.
Aubrey and I have the best divorce thing too. We don't ever argue about anything. I just looked at him the other day. I'm like, you got to write down every single thing you've got them because I'm going to compare what I've got them, and you can't get any more because I have to get more.
Sounds totally kosher.
Totally normal. But we have a good time with it.
That's funny.
Yeah.
And then y'all are doing what you always have to remember for those people in need or want who don't just have it easy to go buy a tree or put things under the tree to make sure, honestly, it is a should for me and for us to serve and help others
Right.
when we are really blessed with so much.
Right.
And I know you and the grandkids, speaking of, are going to do a little service project. Is that next week?
That's next Monday.
Good.
We'll be at it's not called Urban Ministry.
Roof Above?
It's called a Roof Above.
Okay.
It's really one of my proudest moments. I used to be a volunteer there where I used to work every Monday as a counselor. And now we're going to go that day and we're going to serve lunch. And it's going to be a great, and it's not the first time my grandkids have been there. They've been there, but they were younger. It's, I think every year, at least, if not more times a year, you need to be with other people that possibly don't have what you have, possibly live different lives that you live, don't believe what you believe, because the beauty of being with those people is they always teach you the lessons you just assumed you were there to help them. I've always been more helped than I've been of help. Every time I've been in the presence of people who possibly don't have the things that I have, what I see is the beauty of humanity and what they bring to life and their appreciation, even if they're going through the hellish stuff that whatever they're going
Absolutely.
through, So,
absolutely.
I'm looking forward to that. And I guess one of these days I'll go back and do that again. That was really a highlight of my life so far.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, it really was, being a counselor over there. And I had this great can I keep going one more
Please.
minute? I've always, I don't know if you know me, I've always driven a more expensive car than I can afford. And that is just from day one. And nobody ever bought me a car. The first car I bought was like a TR7, anyway, British racing car, which I just spent all my money. I didn't care if I had food or clothing. I just always liked cars. I'm a car girl. So I've always had these cars. And when I would roll into the urban ministry, back in the 90s and then the 2000s, I would have these fabulous, like a Porsche or something, or a BMW or something. And I had my own posse that they were self-proclaimed. They became my people and they protected my car. Not only took care of my car.
That's awesome.
I doled out some money over there. I mean, they knew it. They knew where Mama Warbucks was, because they were like making sure nobody put their stuff on my car and stuff. Wow. It was funny. I love the fact that people really liked my car.
Right.
And I think that's just the thing.
It is a thing.
It's a me thing.
It is interesting. Yeah. I mean, who knew? I mean, I don't think people would peg you as such, but you really are.
I'm a car girl.
I'm not either.
I just am. Yeah.
And I don't drive a Subaru.
But you have a really cool car.
Filling out all the stereotypes of lesbians.
You have a great Jeep.
I know they hate me. Like the general population of lesbians are like, she's a shitty representative.
No, you're not. I think you're perfectly beautiful.
I'm a representative of myself. That's all. Not a group.
But I'm the one that got you sort of hooked on going to see the Jeep people.
That was when we were walking around every single day, all day long during COVID, and would see Jeeps, and they just were so cool. And I said, I'm not cool enough. And then we went to drive it, and I liked it, and I got it.
Yeah, I went, you are definitely cool enough for a Jeep. Is a Jeep cool enough for you? Not sure. But yeah, no, it was good.
It's got 4 wheels, and
it's a great car. I love
to have something that gets me around. So that's really good.
Gets all my plants home and stuff from the
that's right. Your car's too cool to carry anything larger than a phone case.
And some water in my purse.
And what's interesting, you get it taken care of on the outside a lot, but the inside is gross.
No, it's not gross.
Well, it's not like a mom of toddlers where, goldfish are smashed on the
but there
floor.
are some water bottles.
Water bottles everywhere. Kleenexes everywhere. Almonds that have spilled out everywhere.
Oh, there are almonds from 1988.
Sunglasses that are broken and regular. There are coats in the back. I mean,
well, you never know. You never know. You could always.
You never know what.
You never know. The world could end and you need a coat and some almonds and some water. And they all would be in their smallest backseat on the planet.
Well, like that movie we watched last night that was like that. No one had a coat, water bottles, and almonds.
No, but they did have great whiskey.
Matter.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
They had great whiskey and great wine.
You did keep saying that.
Yeah,
they were going possibly down.
Yeah. They were going down.
At least they have a lot of good alcohol.
Yeah.
But I like the way it ended and everything. So if y'all watch it, let us know. That was good.
Yeah. And also we would really use some recommendations because our relaxation time is at night, after you make these amazing meals and I eat them and we have this great time together. I
just watch her eat
We
them.
do. We have really such good times, just the two of us alone. And we love to put on a good movie during dinner. And, we've gone through everything.
It feels like we've gone through everything. And
everything.
I mean, I'm not going to be one of those people right now who sits down and bitches about all the different streaming services, but it really is kind of a
It's
pain.
a lot.
Like, it's nice to have a lot of different options, but we also click back and forth. And if you get logged out, then you're screwed. And we're trying to find the show, The Nick, that Caroline recommended.
Where is The Nick?
Us,
yeah.
but we got to pay for it somewhere. I don't know.
Yeah, we can't find it.
We're not that savvy.
We're savvy enough, though. And
yeah, you're right.
I don't know what people do that aren't savvy.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I know what we're going to watch. That American Symphony. You started it.
Oh, it's good.
Documentary.
Y'all watch
John
that.
Batiste.
That's on Netflix for sure.
Okay, well, that's what we'll watch now.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll need more book recommendations and what are those? The Emmys that are both? Those
the Grammys. The Grammys just came in.
No, that's music.
No, you're right.
It is the Emmys.
You're right.
It's TV and movie.
Yeah.
Those nominations just came out.
Yeah, and the Golden Globes just came out.
Well, maybe it's that one.
Yeah, Barbie is
it's the
killing
Globes.
it.
I'm an idiot.
Guys, y'all, seriously. It's if you hadn't seen Barbie 3 times,
you haven't seen it.
You need to see it. You need to see it more than once.
Agreed.
And we have I know it might be difficult for some. I'm not sure why, but it isn't just about that doll. It's about you.
Yeah,
it's about you. Whoever you are, male, female, it's about you. And it's so good.
It is so good. So were nominated a lot. Oppenheimer, the one that's gonna win, and this comes out on the 14th, on the day of this podcast.
Okay. Yes, I have to see
Maestro.
Yeah. Okay. That one.
Back up. What?
But hold this thought. Okay. Margot Robbie, who plays Barbie, going back to her. Don't know why she was on the phone talking to the people from Oppenheimer about, they called the Barbie people and said, I read this in some column, so I'm sure it's got to be true, right? They called the Barbie people and they said, Barbie people, you need to have your date opening another date from ours because it's opening on the same date as Oppenheimer. Which we now all call Barbieheimer.
Oh, yeah, they did come out on the same day, right?
Anyway, so Margot Robbie said to them, no, y'all need to change your date. I just thought that was funny. This is Barbie telling a really serious film group that they need to change their date because it's interfering with the Barbie movie. Well, they didn't. And guess what happened?
I think that all worked out.
Barbie kicked their ass, even though we saw both of them. And I think both of them were great.
Very good. Very good.
I agree.
I'm glad.
The other one, though, the Oppenheimer one, that was 3 hours. It was long.
It was long, but it was
good. Really good.
Very good in our opinion. No, but the Maestro is Bradley Cooper, is Leonard Bernstein, and who's the woman? Oh no, Carey Mulligan. Wow.
Yes.
Wow. And he directed it.
So
nominations are already rolling in, and I can't wait to see it. It comes out tonight, like today.
It does?
Yeah.
Oh.
On streaming.
Well, we know what we're doing. We're skipping whatever we're doing tonight. We're staying home. You throw a good movie on Netflix and we are here.
In it to win it.
Yeah. So, all right. So back to, we got the holidays coming out. We're going to take this hiatus. All you people that are possibly visiting Charlotte, we have the studio. It's called Hilliard Studio Method.
Huh. You heard of it?
It's a great workout, and we want to come see us during the holidays because don't we have a lot of people that come in that are visiting friends and family, and
all are welcome.
So
all are welcome.
We're going to be there.
Yeah, I mean, it is a time of year where you can probably bring a friend or a neighbor or family member to keep you accountable because it gets a little crazy. So when you're doing those, let's get together and celebrate. Yeah. Come work out, and then go get coffee. That's a good, healthy, fun thing to do.
It is. And we're going to do even Christmas Eve day, aren't we?
Oh, yeah. I'll teach Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
We are closed on Christmas Day. That's it. 364 days. Yeah. I'm going to take one off. No, sadly, I had a little hiatus. I had like a 5-day unwell, like really sick moment, and then we went to Chicago for work for you, and
that was fun.
And missed a few days, so I'm glad to be back and cracking. Yeah, to wrap up the year. Me too. And we've had a lot of good things like going to Chicago, doing this has all been for Hilliard Studio Method, and sort of pumping the workout, which has really been. I'm really proud of where we're going with this, and my blog. I was going to say, all your things are going really well. They're going well, and then a lot of press with press placements. Yep. Eat This, Not That. I'm getting ready to do a second article with them about not just, actually it's about food, but we've been really being covered as far as the workout and really nationally. And we hope that's going to translate into you guys, even if you're not in Charlotte, to
to get in touch with us or do our streaming online?
Do us on streaming. Do us online.
Yeah,
it's just a good time to plug. There's a million ways to catch us.
I know. I just thought I'd throw that out there.
Yeah. Well, we do appreciate everybody's
Where are we going
love
next?
and
Speaking
support.
of, it's my birthday.
We've talked about that
for a lot.
forever.
I know.
Nah. When the plane tickets drop, we'll go.
Yeah. Could the airlines like catch us a break here?
I don't
or
know
give
who
us
pays
a break
for this. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, and everybody's like, "Oh, put it on miles," and I want to go. Did you?
Yeah.
It takes a boatload of miles,
like years of miles. I spend a lot
to
of
make $1.
Yeah, it does.
I don't know.
So anyway,
we'll have a lot of fun for your birthday. That will be the biggest thing of the year next year. Are you excited?
I'm not sure that's going to be the biggest thing of the year.
Well, it'll start the biggest thing.
We've got a lot of things, and I think we should wait till the new year.
One's a big surprise.
We have a really big, fun surprise, and we'll talk about that when we come back in January. And then, actually, we have 2 surprises. One is that you don't know about.
Please. You are not going to surprise me. I see it. Well, let's talk about, to wrap it up, like, it's a big topic, but I don't have a great memory. So it can be a smaller one.
Problem.
How was your year?
How was my year?
Yeah.
You're asking me?
Yeah, this is our last podcast of 2023. How was your year, Liz?
Oh, yeah. Summed up, perfection. Honestly, I thought 2023 was fantastic.
Yeah, me too.
And I am psyched about 2024. I mean, all I know is all the things that we have done that are the hard things to do in life have paid off
triple-fold.
Ginormously more. Like more than trifold, like quadrupled, more than that. And so, if we can leave you with some thoughts to go into 2024, it is to do that thing that you were afraid to do. If you can just do it. I mean, just do that thing that you're afraid to do. Because every time I turn around, I'm shocked at how the payoff, not just about, accepting the love I have for you, but shaking up, the society that we are in, our community that we live in a few years back, and all the fallout that happened then. But by staying the course of who you are and staying the course of that thing that makes you nervous, that thing that gives you tingles, that thing that you go, I really, really wish, but I really, really can't. If you can really, really take one step toward it and then a bigger step toward it, your payoff will it'll shock you to your socks. It'll shock you into another lifetime of what we are experiencing, which is really joyous.
Right.
And loving. And we see it with the people that we know and the people that we don't know. And that's why I write the blog. Yeah, lots of reasons, but I love the feedback that I get and that our story has gotten, because it gives people courage, whatever their story is, to do that.
Sure.
To give it a shot. So yes, 2023 has been the very best so far.
Oh, that's really good. I'm glad you feel that way. I do think part of our story specifically that continues to make people go, is that we weren't just a phase or a blip on the radar or a bad short-term decision or whatever. I mean, I think
a hormonal imbalance.
People want to see, where the grass is always greener. So leave this to go to that. And when people see the trueness of it, hopefully that is an inspiration, that an evolution doesn't, I think that can sometimes mean like, okay, so there's going to be a change. I'm going to go from a low point here to a high point here, and then everything's going to be okay. When in reality, an evolution is very tricky, and it is very much like a roller coaster, and there are very much so ups and downs. But if you're not willing to try it, you'll never go up. And I think and
it's never linear. Never linear. It is everything all at once. There's a movie called that. But anyway, it is everything happening. And then the pieces some days come together in ways that just astound you. And then those days that the pieces are still not quite fitting, the acceptance of that is also joyful. Like the acceptance of not knowing that it's okay. And then you're kind of okay with it.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. And it does when you're living it. Yeah.
Right. And it's not accepting something that's not good enough or worthy enough for who you are. It's accepting that those puzzle pieces sometimes when you try too hard to jam them in, they're not going to go. And so to have a little bit of that, I guess, grace and patience and stand up and walk away from the table and come back and try a different piece in a different direction, or just change your mindset and then the piece suddenly fits, for grander metaphor, really is part of the understanding of whatever that evolution and journey is.
And as long as it is, I was told this by Gloria Kopensky when I was 28 years old. She goes, if your resonation, if you are bringing it from a place of love, now I'm not talking romantic love, just a place of love, a place of, I want it for me, for you, for the world. We're in this as a community together. If it comes from that true place and you don't have a clue how you're going to get there, it will work. It always works because it resonates with other people and other things and plants and animals and worlds that we all live in, because that's the resonation. That is the vibration.
Recognition, yeah.
And the vibration of who we all are. And if you can reach even the hardest decisions you're going to make, but you're making them not out of fear, not out of, especially not out of resentment or out of anger or out of those places, because wherever that place is you start is where you're going to end.
Right.
So if you start with fear and you start with anger, you're going to end with that. If you start with love, you start with kindness, but it's really kind of, there's got to be a better word. I'm not sure there's an English word for this, but there's this feeling that a unified feeling of, I want it for me and you too.
Oh.
And so then it's going to succeed. And you get in your way a lot because we have.
Of course.
But it will.
It will.
So.
I mean, I think that's a great message, that starting point. If you start from there, then, and it won't always be easy, but at least you're starting from that space of openness. And then there's also, separately, but in the same vein of that ability to go back and listen to your gut after the fact. Because if that's too hard to, the visualization, or the understanding, like, let me start from here in this powerful, wise way. Sometimes you just have to go.
Yeah. And then figure it out.
Right. And be able to come back, because I think you'll be able to see better what the gut was telling you. I actually had a great conversation with a friend in the studio today. And unfortunately, she was, had a hamstring injury and was running healed.
Not from here.
No.
Not from Hilliard.
No. Yeah. Something else. She's been rehabbing at Hilliard, which is great. But an injury, and then went back to running races. And so she was prepared for one and had a little bit of a calf strain, and a mile into the race, it just went wrong and she couldn't go anymore. So luckily she's physically fine and handling that. But she said, I had been trying so hard to get back to the training for the race. And I know a few of the missteps or whatever technically, but it was very interesting at the start of the race, her first time back in a while, she had this gut feeling that like didn't feel great. Not like, oh, I'm going to be injured.
Right.
But, oh, this
is off.
Is not the feeling that I wanted, the community sense that I had, the people checking their shoes and their music and their time clocks, and she just didn't feel good. And I mean, I think that's a great example of go back to the moments that might have felt like a struggle. What was your gut telling you? And then go, no, that makes sense.
But also a good point about your story is this girl had what would be called a failure again. She tore, her hamstring, and that's, I was listening to one of my favorite podcasts, the Model Health Show, and he was interviewing a guy who was really a wise person who said he sits down every night with his family for dinner. And they were making the point of sitting down to dinner with your family, not only increases the community and the goodwill in your family, but actually helps your food do great things for your body. But what they do is they go around the table at night, and every single night they just talk about one of their failures during the day, not one of their successes. Where did you fail today? I mean, that to me, that just takes the sting, and it also brings the power of it, because there is the sting of the failure, but the power of the failure is the walking now forward through it. I just love that concept.
Mm-hmm.
And so she's dealing with that now,
right,
in a big way.
Right. And I mean, you've always said very openly and clearly that your greatest successes come off of failures. And it's not to find a better word for failure, that it has a negative connotation, but to know that that's something that stumbled in a way, and almost to normalize it, I guess.
But if you're going to have the courage, just what you said a minute ago, to do something you're not even sure what it is, you're going to step out anyway. You're going to have some failures because you don't even know it. You know, nobody told me we were going to be here at this happy. And, you know, I didn't plan
Definitely
where we are today. I didn't plan any of this. I just knew in my heart, in my gut, that this was my life direction. And the surprises that came, and also the failures that came my way were numerous, but the surprises of the resilience of those failures and the acceptance of that, and then the moving forward has been like
great,
off the hook.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great, grand, wonderful.
Yeah. We're don't like to use the word lucky, because that
true. I mean, we did
that
the work.
means that we didn't do.
Sure. Sure. Maybe there's a spoonful of that, and that's great.
It's fortunate.
Yes.
And the life is generous. The universe is generous. We are generous.
Well, that's true. I mean, because I was, and we put in each other's lives, and you've got to be ready for that.
I'm real damn glad about that.
I know. Me too.
Damn glad. Why am I saying damn? I should say heavenly glad.
Did you call your brother a damn it?
I called my brother a damn it, got my mouth washed out with Dial soap. I will never forget that. That was back in the day.
You said
Dial
damn
soap.
it, like a noun.
I know.
So
well, I was
funny.
young. I was like 7 or 6, or I don't know what I was.
So funny.
And the only word I could think of that was a really nasty word was damn it. And nobody cussed in my family, weirdly. You should be around here now. You are. You're listening to a podcast. But anyway.
That's funny. Well, you're not a damn it.
You're not either. So
it's been a good year.
Yes.
It's been a really good year.
Let's finish it up with a happy holiday. And
are we singing or something?
We could.
No.
Please don't. Yes.
I know.
No, it's been a pleasure to be with you all, and it's been a pleasure to be with you. And we'll be back.
There's going to be a lot more. Get ready.
Coming back with new stuff in 2024.
Oh, can't wait. I love you.
I love you too.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to us today, wherever you get your podcasts. And remember, you can now find our podcast on YouTube.
Yeah. If you liked it, please share, rate, and review. We love 5 stars. And we hope you'll work out with us online or in studio at HilliardStudioMethod.com.